What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology. This is tutorial 17 and today's topic will be ownership on Rust. So in the last tutorial we have already discussed on the string data type, and we have seen like why we need to understand string data type, stack and heap, and the memory management to understand the Rust ownership and the borrowing rule in detail. So until and unless you are not able to understand ownership and borrowing, it will not going to help you to become efficient system programmer or the system developer. So in the last tutorial we have already discussed upon the string data type. So in today's topic we'll be going to discuss upon stack heap and the memory management. This was decided last time, but when I see the ownership and the borrowing rule, I understood that before we go ahead and start with the stack and heap, we need to understand a bit about ownership and borrowing rule and what is these rules are actually, and then we'll talk about stack and heap. So it will be easier to correlate it. Like I did the tutorial on string. Now we'll see what is the uses of string data type to understand the ownership rule, and after that we'll correlate the data types with the help of stack and heap, and after that we will see the bigger picture of the memory management. So in this topic we'll be going to see what is the ownership using string data type, and then in the next video we'll be going to talk about stack heap and the memory management. Then for the bigger picture we'll be able to understand what are the different rules for managing or understand the ownership and the borrowing rule in Rust. So let me drive through my IDE, Visual Studio Code. So I'll write just 5 lines of code, or this is going to be very small code, but this code will help you to understand what I mean by, or what I actually trying to give you guys some sort of intuition towards memory management or Rust ownership rule. So I'll be going to use string data type. So now you guys able to understand why I emphasize like so loud on the data type string. Okay, so first thing first, let me define this function here. So main, and then we'll declare one string. So this, and you all know how to define strings. So this is going to be like this. Okay, and we'll see like this, and after that from, and this will be like test string. Okay, sorry, I did a mistake. So this is be like this, and I'm not sure why we get this thing here. Okay, now I'll try to print this thing, println. So like this, and after that this. Okay, so let's save this thing first. Okay, and let's run this thing. Not sure why this is not running. Okay, then let me open the terminal from here actually. So open in terminal, it's open. Okay, cargo run. So let's run this thing. So test string will get one warning that it's asking us to remove this mut, because we are not going to do any mutable operation over here, so that is why it is asking to remove that. But what I'll do, I'll try to explain this why I did this thing. So let's define another one, let b. Okay, and we'll assign b with a. Okay, this thing, and we'll try to print this thing now. Okay, I hope you guys understand now. Okay, so it's asking to remove. Let's remove this thing. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just defining another variable, and I just assigning the value of the variable a into b. So ideally it should be copied from here to here. So I'll try to print this thing now. Okay, so let's run this thing. See, it is saying there is an error, value borrowed here after move. Like it is saying that value borrowed here after move. It means we are trying to borrow this value here after we move the value here. It means a is not holding the testing value anymore, because the value has been copied or moved to variable b, and after that we are trying to move this value from B to A here, but which is not possible, which is not allowed here. So this is the amazing and the most beautiful thing of Rust. So this is not supported by any other programming language. So you need to understand now what is called ownership. So I'm just giving you very high level details over here, but in the next tutorial we'll be going to discuss this thing in detail with the help of stack, heap, and the memory management. So now you understand that I assigned one value to this variable A, and after that I assign the same value to B. So now the value A is, so here the value A is holding the value of test string, okay, test string, this value, but now the ownership has been moved to variable B. Now A is not having anything, so we are trying to access A and trying to put trying to print this value, but at the compile time it is showing that A is not holding any value because the value of A has been moved here, and again A is trying to borrow this thing. It is means something that you are having 5 rupees and you have already spent that 5 rupees, again you are trying to use that 5 rupees after you spending the value somewhere. It is like this. So suppose you have 5 rupees note or $10 or 10 US dollar, whatever. Now you went to a market and you purchase something, and now after coming back to home you are trying to order something with that same 10 US dollar. Will it be possible? Cause that 10 US dollar is no more with you. The ownership of 10 US dollar probably the shopkeeper of the market where you purchase something. So here this is the actual thing, or the value test string. You move the value from A to B, and now you are trying to again access the value here. So the ownership of that test string is A here, but here it is B, but you are trying to access this thing again. So that is why it is saying value borrowed here after move, which is not possible, which is not allowed in Rust. So that is why it is throwing the error. But if you are doing this thing using integer, it will not going to give you any sort of error. So let's try this thing. Okay, and let me do this thing. See, it is printing 8. So this is the most amazing thing about the string data type, which is why, or because of this I'm used or I emphasizing too much on the string data type. So in integer data type it is more or less not going to help you to understand the Rust ownership rule, but if you are using string data type it will be definitely going to help you to understand the Rust ownership rule. So in the next tutorial we'll be going to talk about stack, heap, memory management. When we are talking about memory management, that time I'll explain you one string data type, memory map, or the memory structure, or the formation of the memory when you are going to like declare or define one string in the memory. So for the time being, I hope you guys understand what is actually I meant by this thing, right? This string ownership, or the string data type with the help of ownership, or the what is ownership with the help of string. But in the next tutorial we'll be going to talk about the actual thing about stack, heap, and the memory management. So what I'll do, I'll just give me some time. Let me write down the piece of code over here. So what will happen here, let me just save this thing, and so it will be easier. So let me copy paste this thing. We'll throw error with the message below, right? If we use int instead of string, no error will be occur. So that's it, guys. So I hope you guys understand the essence of string data type and what I am actually trying to like emphasize with the term ownership and borrowing rule. So I'm just giving you one round of explanation again. So here you define one variable with the value of test string. So owner of test string is A. Now I move the value from B. Now I move the value to B from A, and after that I am actually trying to access the value again here. So here the owner is A, here the owner is B. Now I'm trying to again access the same value, so that is why I'm getting an error. But if you try to do this thing, see, there is no error. It will print test string cause the B is the actual owner. So this will no error. But if you write down the same thing with let's run this thing again. See, error. So what I'll do, I will try to change the code here a bit, then it will be easier to understand. So that's it, no error as B is present owner, error as A is not owner anymore. So this is the ownership and the borrowing rule. Borrowing rule means you are trying to access something after you assigned or you transfer your ownership to someone else, and ownership means who is the current owner of that value. So this is a very simple thing, but there are some complex logic behind this simple rules or set of rules. To understand that, first you need to clear your concept on stack, heap and the memory management. Okay, so I'll clearly discuss everything in the next tutorial, which is stack, heap and memory management. But before that, we already seen here what is string data type, and after that I just correlated the things with string and memory ownership and borrowing, and the next tutorial will start with stack heap. So I am quite repeating the same sentence again and again because most of you are not familiar with the system programming language, are definitely not coming from the computer science background. So for them, just to register everything in their mind, I'm just doing it, keep on doing it again and again. So I might sound weird, idiot, but sorry guys, I'm not doing it for all the expertise over here, I'm doing it for everyone. So that is why I need to do it again and again. So enough of talking guys, hope to see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and don't forget to subscribe our channel, hit the like button, share your feedback, thoughts, complaint, demand, whatever you have via YouTube post, or you can directly reach me out via my email ID. Also you can interact with us via our Facebook channel. And lastly but not least, thank you very much for all the students for the subscription or for purchasing my course. It is actually helping me a lot, and you guys are the motivation for me. I would like to extend my gratitudes and thanks personally to each and every one of my Udemy student groups. And if you are having any problem or any suggestion or any feedback, or you have any clarification, you need any clarification to understand any concept, please feel free to reach me out via Udemy message box. I'm always available there. I'll try to answer your question as much as possible or as soon possible. So that's it guys, we'll see you in the next video very soon. Till then, take care, goodbye, and try to do some practice, or else you will definitely forget the concept. So happy learning, we'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye.